What is going on, guys? It is Zigzag here. Welcome back to another GeoGuessr video. Good to have you along today. So we're going to be playing some A Community World No Moving Panning or Zooming Streak, which is a really exciting development in the No Moving Panning or Zooming world, because on this map there's no car meta, or at least very little, and so it makes the whole thing a lot harder to guess where you are. It's actually really fun, and it just means that our old expectations from Diverse World have to be completely different for No Moving Panning or Zooming, at least. So whereas I was able to get 30 streaks pretty consistently on ADW, I think getting a 25 streak here would be big. I think my best so far is about 15, so let's see if we can get 25 in this video or maybe in the next few, and then I'll shoot for even higher after that. Well, this one's really interesting. I think off the bat we're going to be in Russia. The kind of red tinge on the Gen 4 is quite common in Russia, and then also we have this yellow lines on the outside while we're on a bridge, which I think is something they do in Russia. Now it's interestingly hilly, but I'm still relatively confident, and often they will have like signs for the names of rivers, and I'm assuming we're passing over a river here, so that would make sense as well. Ends up being near Krasnoyarsk there, so we end up getting the right country. A good start to the video. This one will be Uruguay, white signposts, white bollards, and this center line is uniquely, actually, this is like the perfect Uruguayan round. We have slight hills, the Uruguayan unique trident pole, the bollards, the signposts, and the road lines. It's all unique Uruguay here, which is awesome. And so I was even thinking it might be northern, I don't know. Nope, just southern. There's this region and this region somehow look similar to me, so we got the right country, that's okay. Okay, this one is more interesting. I would say this one's just going to be Turkey, though. The big split highway, it's a really Turkish thing to do. If you're unsure and you see a landscape like this with a split highway, very likely to be in Turkey, really. And these arrows on the sign are also Turkish, and also these metallic poles, also Turkish as well. So it's really flat. I'm thinking we might be somewhere out here. Just trying to pick the flattest part, maybe something like that. And it was actually right near the Syrian border there. Quite cool. We could have probably looked into Syria if we were able to pan around. That's always fun. Next one here will be somewhere in the Philippines. We got like a Filipino-looking like a political poster here, not to mention this concrete road and all that. And so Philippines is an easy send here. Let's see what we get. And yeah, it's going to be right in the center of the country there. So we are hurtling towards 5 here, and it's going to be an easy one because we're driving left, yellow rear plates, concrete poles, and low cam means we're going to be intralink. So that's our first 5. That was an uncharacteristically simple seed. I mean, we had the Russia to bring our score down, but apart from that, we were actually just tearing through them. But 25, that's another issue. That's a whole nother matter, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so this one immediately reminded me of Peru. Just trying to work out whether Bolivia or Mexico are also possible here. The entire Google car is cut out, which is probably something you see more often in Bolivia, I want to say, than in Peru. So that might lead me to change my mind. We also have like little blurs, which is interesting. I don't think it's Chile. Architecture doesn't feel particularly Bolivian either, though, so I'm really thinking Peru is still more likely, despite the kind of strange Google car blur. Okay, so just considering both of them thoroughly here, yeah, I think the architecture feels more Peruvian, also because just in Bolivia you almost always see these exposed brick houses, which I think we may see one of over there, but the majority of the buildings here don't have any exposed brick, so it would be a kind of a strange Bolivia. Now, if it was Bolivia, I expect it would be somewhere around Sucre, but I just think there are more places in Peru that look like this, maybe in the south somewhere, so let's try it. And it ends up being in Chile, so I wasn't really feeling Chile there, but it was. So, I mean, we lose it on 5 for the first one, which is fine, It was definitely a tough round in the last one there. Yeah, this one's like Britain or France. I'm just going to go for Britain. We're on 0, so I like to go quickly for the first one. And we're correct, and this one should be Russia then, or Ukraine. Feeling Russia more, it just feels a bit colder than Ukraine maybe, but hold up, it could be. I mean, normally we would see an antenna in Russia here. The fact that there's no antenna, because we're driving right hand side of the road, right? Oh no, we're driving right hand side of the road, so that's the front of the Google car, never mind. Hard to say then, hard to say. I think I still prefer Russia. I'm just going to go for it. That's what I prefer here, and it ends up being correct, near Nizhny Novgorod there. This one's Japan, low cam. They're very Japanese looking infrastructure, and kind of the winter coverage is also fairly common over there as well. So let's go there. Ends up being nearby, so that's good. And this one should be Russia again. We've got an Orthodox church here. We've got wooden poles. Yellow plate on the bus is interesting, but all in all, not really worried about Ukraine here. I'm pretty sure Russia's much more likely, so let's try it. And we were indeed in that area. So that is another good round under our belts here. Okay, this one is Ireland or the UK. I think I prefer Ireland, but I'm worried about Northern Ireland, to be honest. So Yeah, I guess that's our big concern here. It kind of reminds me of the north, so yeah, a little hilly, something you see in both Northern Ireland and just over the border in the northern sections of the Republic. I'm gonna go for Ireland. We'll see it. We'll see it. And it ends up being in Ireland. So fantastic. We are on 5 in a row now. 2 Russias overcome there, which is always nice when you are able to beat Russia. And so let's see, we're back to where we were. And it looks like we will progress past here because this one's a very Spanish looking round. Wind turbines, white road lines, folded back sign here. Yellow, blue and white chevron. This one's going to be in Spain, and we are correct, near Barcelona there. Okay, next one. Could it be Italy? I think it must be Italy. This looks like a short plate. So does this one, at least short for European standards. And with the blue on both sides. Now, could it be a French plate? This one definitely seems short. This one almost looks a little longer, but I think it's actually also a short plate. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Bari here. Not really sure where it's gonna be, but ends up being near Florence. Hey, we got the right country. That's all we need. This one feels, I would say, feels rather Bulgarian off the bat. Although these pale bricks are kind of strange. I'll say that. This architecture, it should be somewhere in Bulgaria or Italy, and the poles. Definitely these kind of round concrete ones, very common in Bulgaria. Also with the little hooks on them. I'm pretty sure that's Bulgarian as well, so I'm actually quite confident here. The pale bricks make me want to go in the north, so let's see if that's correct. Ends up being in the north, fantastic. I don't feel like you'd see, red bricks are more common in Bulgaria, so that's why I thought it might almost remind me a bit more of Romania. Okay, this one should be Brazil, I imagine. Could it be Ecuador? Yes. Could it be Ecuador? Yes. Okay, let's take a think here. I mean, I would love to be able to read this language. It feels more Spanish. It feels more Spanish from the little bit I can see here. So I actually want to go Ecuador here, I think. Yeah, these stilts houses kind of remind me more of that, and that looks like a short plate as well. And in Ecuador, they use a mix of lengths of plates. So yeah, I'm feeling good about Ecuador here. Yeah, it actually does quite fit with an Ecuadorian landscape as well. Now, is Brazil still possible? No, actually, because these chevrons, they would be inverted. In those two colors would be in, or it would be yellow on black, if you know what I'm saying, for a Brazilian one. So Peru is still possible now that I think of it. And but I think with these plates, maybe Ecuador is more likely. And Colombia is, of course, always possible, but we have white number plates, so less likely as well. And so the sun seems to be not really too helpful. So let's try Ecuador here. Ends up being correct. Let's go. That was a good guess. I'm happy with that. Next one here. Ooh, this one's a little harder now. Spain was the first thing to come to mind. This is like low quality Gen 2, which is interesting. Could it even be Canaries? I wouldn't want to rule it out. I wouldn't want to rule it out, especially because we're so close to the ocean here. And that ocean is over to our west, which of course is quite uncommon to see that kind of thing in Spain, because obviously Spain does not have much of a west coast, only up here. Now, I think I would guess here over Canaries, but I really don't want to rule that out, especially with these cacti as well. Italy is possible here, especially in like you often see cacti like this in Sardinia. So it's not an easy shout. I think I do prefer Spain here. Just trying to make out if there's anything that's actually properly useful here. I really think Sardinia is a proper shout here. Also it's Corsica. So, but I feel like French might have this dotted in the center, whereas Italy and Spain probably wouldn't. Okay, so one last look here. Spain was just my first thought. Every moment that goes by, I do think of Italy more. These buildings, this one feels more Spanish to me. This one's maybe more so both countries. I'm gonna go for Spain. Let's see it. And it ends up being Italy. Damn it. Okay, well that would make dude, I should have thought about that a few more seconds, because Italy has a massive east coast here. Yeah, that would have made sense. Okay, so we got 9. This one will be somewhere in like West Virginia or something. Very, very typical of that area, I'd say. Massachusetts, actually. This one is French signage everywhere, so we can easily send France here. And this one is Indo, and I would say, this one reminds me of Borneo, I think. I think it really reminds me of Borneo. Nice Gen 4. Like this, what type of temple is that? It's not a mosque, I don't think, so it might be actually a, yeah, Buddhist, I guess. I think so. With all these prayer flags, it's going to be Sulawesi or Java. And actually, seems like we might have some hills, so maybe it is even Sulawesi. Yeah, it is. Okay. Probably, if I thought about that a bit longer, may have switched. But yeah, okay. So this one will be Queensland somewhere. Ooh, nice little guess. Okay, next one. We can pass up on those Australians easily. This will be somewhere in the United States. I'm sure of it. Yep, that's incorrect. So many around the West Virginia, Ohio border this video. So 5 in a row. That was nice and easy. Okay. So I really think 15. I mean, I got that before, but 25 is well within my reach. I just need to be playing well. And this one is going to be Kenya. We have the Kenya follow car, somewhere around Nairobi maybe. Ends up being all the way out west. This one should be Ireland or UK. Interesting, like, kind of dirt road here. I think that's a diamond sign, so I think I will lean Ireland here. Yeah, I think so. I think it's more likely. Ends up being correct. Excellent. Dirt road's also a little more common over there, I think. At least for the coverage. Yavas. I think this is Turkey, actually. Houses feel Turkish enough, but the main thing that makes me think Turkey is just the Yavas, which, yeah, would probably make sense. Looking at that, like, warning sign, no, it surely couldn't be Portugal or something like that. I don't think so. I think this is just Turkey. Just a little bit worried, but yeah, I'm pretty sure we're good here. I probably would have guessed actually if I was going for my best score, I probably would have guessed in this area here. So Istanbul would have been closer. Okay, USA? USA seems likely here. Does feel rather likely. Okay, sun is solidly to the south, so northern hemisphere. That makes me pretty confident. I would say this is like southern, definitely southern. It's the fact that we have like the road kind of going northwards, I mean like veering up a bit, would make me think that Florida is a little bit less likely. So I think I'll go for southern Mississippi near the coast here. Let's try that. I mean, it's US Virgin Islands. We're in the right country. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, I was about to be mad. I was about to be mad for a second. It certainly felt like Florida by US standards, and yeah. I don't know if I can guess US Virgin Islands very well without the car. That's the truth of it, unfortunately. This one should be Ecuador. We've got like a Brazilian style pole here, but we've got an Ecuadorian bull up there. Makes life nice and easy when you have that. And I was about to say I should have guessed southern, but so many times I just send it in once I know the country. But we made it to 10. So let's see if we can keep it going here. This one's Turkey. We take these easy ones. From now on, I'm going to spend a long time thinking and make my best guess, because I've been a bit hasty so far. Ooh, look at this awesome mountain. This one's definitely Russia, with these Russian bollards and the pole bottom being black here. Could it be all the way out? Could it be Sakhalin or something like this on the coast here? I think this is all Gen 3, but yeah, or Magadan, or I don't know where you'd have like such a cool and sheer cliff face. It reminds me of like photospheres I've had on the Kuril Islands or something like that. So I'm even thinking of Magadan or something like that. But it's not, it doesn't really feel like the bushfire coverage. We actually have ocean here to our west, or hills to our west. Could even be somewhere out near here. I think we've had similar runs around here maybe. I think I'm gonna go for that actually. We'll see it. No, it was Sakhalin. Should have gone for that. Oh well. Not to worry. This one looks like longer dashes. I think this is just going to be northern Norway. That's a pretty free round. Let me make one more shot. Let me make sure once more. Yes. Long dashes it is. We are on the right road indeed, which is fantastic. So we're actually on track. We would have been on a good track if we guessed Sakhalin. On a track for a good score. This one is going to be somewhere in RG. These are Argentine poles, I think. Gonna make sure here. People here. I'm still wondering, is Peru possible? You do get sometimes similar looking poles in Peru. I'm pretty sure though this one is RG. That's an Argentinian number plate, I think, with the black on it, and this street sign that's blue is also very Argentinian and Uruguayan looking. So yeah, Argentina, somewhere northern, I would say. Salta area maybe. I'm gonna guess in Picanal, and I'm gonna guess on this big roundabout there. Imagine if this is 5k. Well, we'd be like there if it was 5k. Not quite. Did you guys get the feeling that it almost might be? Well, yeah, I did, but no, it wasn't quite right. This one looks like we're back to long dashes here, so I think this is easy Norway send. Also with the Gen 4 would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? Houses feel quite Norwegian as well. It can't be short dashes. I keep on doubting myself. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure this is just an easy Norway send. Might even think it's quite far south. Yes it is. Yes it is. Okay, so we got 19k. We're up to 15. Okay, so equaling my record, I think. If I get this round right, then we can say my best ever round on ACW so far. I think this might be in Poland with this yellow filled in sign. Let's think about it. It's flat enough for Poland. The road quality would fit for Poland. The houses in the background, I think, would fit for Poland. So, all in all, feeling quite confident here. Also, the thin red border on the sign is quite common for like such signs in Poland, I would say. So, I would say this is 90% Poland. Not too worried, because the other countries that fill in the sign yellow, like Finland and Sweden, they don't really look too much like this. I don't think so. Also, this church, I think it's a church, looks quite Polish, even though I can barely make it out. But you wouldn't get a road like quality like that too often in Sweden, which is probably the only other option here. So, let's send Middle Poland, and we get it correct. Fantastic. Okay, 16. How far can we take it here? This one is interesting. I would say it feels quite a bit more Malaysian than Indo, but it could be Indonesia. Black number plates, that's for sure. It feels like Borneo. It feels like that classic Borneo Gen 3. We're definitely driving left, so that's good. Yes, I would say so. Now, could it be a real wild card round elsewhere? As I said, I think Malaysia uses these yellow diamonds. Rolling back to the Bangladesh round we had before. Yes. I think we're good. I think also this like kind of red tinge to the soil at the bottom of the screen here also fits, and also we have some palms as well. So I'm at least like 80% confident with this. Let's see it. Ends up being 100 kilometers away. Fantastic result. Okay, pushing it forward. Muso. I think this is Chile. I think it's Chile. And for that reason, I think we could almost find the town here with the... Well, Muso is a very easy to remember town name, but I think it's actually quite a small place because we're only 1 kilometer away. So the real one to find would be Nahuelbuta. It might show up at this view distance, in which case it's probably worth finding. Nahuelbuta. I'm struggling to think of which latitude this would be on, because it is... Well, it's a Chilean pole, so we don't really need to consider it. I just realized that these are all Chilean poles, so yeah, we don't really need to be too pedantic about this one. We can just send it there. Ends up being, yeah, in the area. Nacimiento? I don't know where actually the one I was looking for was, but that's fine. Okay, like sectioned pole here. Well, oh yeah, I think this is Chile again, actually. I think this is some new Gen 4 Chile. So sun is solidly... I thought the sun was solidly to the south here, looking at it. Maybe not. Because it looks rather Chilean to me. Does it? What am I missing here? Oh no. This is just Europe. Could it be Portugal? Sun felt like it's to the south here. That's the problem with it. So that would make us Northern Hemisphere, of course. These bricks, not too common for... I would say these bricks are not too common for for Portugal. Okay, where are we? Blue back of the sign here. This round should be easy. This round should be easy for me, I'm sure of it. Maybe this is Portuguese. Okay, sectioned pole like that. Realistically speaking, I would say this is actually Portugal. Yeah, I guess so. Just trying to think of, like, I'm really trying to think of other possibilities, and nothing's really springing to mind. The pole wouldn't fit for Italy or Greece or anything like that. Some of these houses in the background really do feel Portuguese rather than Chilean, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it. I think it's right. I'm just wondering where it's actually gonna be. Maybe central. Let's see it. Nice, it was way up in the north. That's why I guess it's kind of the reason I was getting weird vibes from it. Near a border, always makes sense. And we're faced with a tough one here. We are faced with a tough one here for 20. Can we get 20? Is the question. A lot of like rubberish looking plants here. I don't know if that's actually the right way of saying it, but these white splodges always make me think of Southeast Asia. So immediately thinking or putting our thoughts towards Philippines, Indonesia, and Malaysia here, with a maybe a possibility of Thailand or Sri Lanka or something like that. So we can probably differentiate. No, we can't. Okay, I was gonna think about the Google car. Can we differentiate which side of the road we're driving on? Because we may have like seen the back or the front of the car, but because this is a one-way street, we can't actually use that at all. So we got all these ferns. That's the most interesting part, maybe. I would say Indonesia is slightly more likely than Malaysia here. But I've still not really factored Philippines into that equation yet. Could Philippines really be the go here? Maybe it is. Road quality? You know, I think this road would normally be concrete in an area like this in Philippines. It makes it kind of difficult if it's not. I think this might be Sulawesi or Sumatra. That's kind of my thought here. And it could easily be on the Malay Peninsula as well. They're kind of my three thoughts here though. This kind of dense forest, Sumatra. Or Sulawesi. The thin road might be more Sulawesi-like, you know? I could easily see. Where's the sun? Sun seems to be more southern, you know? Maybe Philippines it is. I don't know. It could even be like it could even be Taiwan for all I know. So a lot of palms, that's for sure. I think I'm gonna go for Indonesia here. Am I happy with that decision? I think so. I think Indonesia does make sense here. On the balance of things, I think it's because Indonesia is a huge country, lots of different places, lots of different biomes that can look similar to this. Philippines my second choice, Malaysia my third choice. If it's not one of those three, then I deserve to lose the streak here, but I think we should find out. Let's see. And the streak continues. Sumatra it is. What a clutch guess. We get to 20 countries in a row. Let's see if we can set a nice score here. Let's see if we can set a nice score. I don't know what the actual solo records are going to be, but I can imagine like getting 30 could get us close to leaderboard territory at least. So this one should be somewhere in Colombia, I would say, with the white signpost here. Colombia feels quite likely. These wooden posts as well, quite uniform. I think that's quite common for Colombia from what I understand. Do we need to think about this further? Could it be Mexico? Could it ever be Mexico? Sun can't really help us here. Sun maybe slightly more to the north, but yeah, it's more like midday, so it's not really helpful. I think it looks more like Colombia than Mexico, somewhere in the north here. I'm going to go for it. Let's see. Ends up being correct. I was a little worried there. Can't lie, but we got it. And this one. So we're driving... it's Chile, actually. Okay, so I was really thinking of Eastern Europe when I saw this at first. Obviously, we're under a bridge, so we can't see too much, but we got a yellow diamond here and white road lines, so it has to be basically RG or Chile. Now, could this be a black number plate? Could this be a weird RG? Yeah, it could be. It could be. The Google car is completely obscured, I think, unless it's both lanes traveling right, but I doubt it. Okay, sun, yeah. Sun's obviously to the north, so it's either RG or Chile, and it's actually quite hard to make out whether these could be yellow lines. So I really have to focus in on this plate. I'm actually tempted to go Argentina here. There's something about the whole round that seems more Argentinian. We've only got small mountains over here. Small, like, mountain, like, But, like, if I was guessing Argentina, I'd probably guess somewhere in this area, in which case you wouldn't really see any hills because it's almost dead flat. So we'd really have to be in this kind of area here, like, I don't know, this round's a little concerning. Do I trust the white looking lines that could be yellow? Or do I think I have to trust the blackish looking number plate? I mean, if we lose the round, we can go and check this out for sure. I think I prefer Argentina here. I do think I do. And of course you can get white road lines in Argentina as well, so it wouldn't exactly be all too surprising either. But I think that's a black number plate. It's rather close to us. It's a little weird, I can't lie. It's one of the two. Small hills probably fits better for RG. Let's see it. Oh, what a guess, man. Those small hills to the south there must have been really not even showing up on the map, but what a guess. I'm so happy with that. Kind of overcame some difficulties there. Let's not lose it on this one now. These buses look American. I would say this is Guatemala or Mexico. Wooden pole, maybe more common in Guatemala. Kind of like Guatemala here, can't lie. Lubricantes, that's what they're selling there. American-style buses, but not to the point where I'd say it's definitely Mexico at all. Sun is more so to the... No, I don't think we have to worry about that. It's not going to be South America, I don't think. So the satellite dish is pointing to the south, which means the sun would be south, right? So northern hemisphere. I think that's correct. Tell me if I'm doing that wrong. So Guat, I think it is Guat. This landscape fits better for Guat, and there are, of course, places in Mexico that look exactly like this. So there may be something I'm missing here, but I think I've just got to go for that. The wooden pole kind of makes me feel better about Guatemala than anything. So I think we're somewhere in this belt of mountains here. Let's try it. Let's go. Ooh, right close to Mexico there. That's a big guess. Okay, this is turning into a video, guys. Let's go. This one should be Denmark as well. These tiny dashes on the side of the road, Danish thing to do. Yellow plate on the service vehicle. Let's go Denmark here. No need to worry about it, surely. Am I correct? The next one, short dashes, will be Sweden. Could we be in Åland Islands in Finland? Yes. Do I want to go in Finland on this round? No. So we're just going to go for Sweden here and hope for the best. And we are correct, even very close. So we're on to 25 now. This was the goal of today's video, and we made it there, which is fantastic. Let's see if we can push it up. If we get to 50 here, then that's probably going to be world record territory. I mean, at least probably the type of score that I couldn't beat myself. Again, so this one's going to be Lesotho, and with the yellow outside lines, it just feels way too Lesotho to guess anywhere else. These kind of hills are kind of just distinctive, I would say, so let's go there. Ends up being correct. Should have guessed closer to the South African border that's kind of dry. That would have been a better guess. This one though, yellow center dashed, wooden poles. I think it's Bolivia. Look at all the stuff growing on the poles here. These the shape of these mountains where it's kind of like undulating, if that's the right word. Plus these wooden poles would really make sense for Bolivia here, I think. And we got brick architecture here, and on some of these ones too. Could it be Cambodia, ever? I think Cambodia, you'd normally see concrete poles. The sun is more so over there to our west, so... Yeah, I think single yellow dashed... I'm not really worried about Asia here. I really do think it's going to be South America, in which case Bolivia seems easily most likely here. So let's go Bolivia. I'm feeling good about it. And we are correct. Okay, this is going crazy good, man. It's going crazy good. South Africa here. Generation 2, white center lines, South African looking pole. That's kind of, a lot of the time you get pole tops that look like that over there. So yeah, I'm going to guess, it could even be these ones up here. I'm going to guess up there actually. No, just in the center. RG, surely RG. I mean, could be Chile, but I'm happy to just go Argentina here. It's going to be deep south, I would say. So let's just go there. And it is. Fantastic. Okay, we're heading towards 30 here. We just need this one. This one, we are on a road. We have a bit of blue on that plate, so I think Mexico. I don't think I've seen such a plate in Guat. And we got this yellow painted curb as well, as I always like to say, yellow painted curb. Good little Mexico tip. And this pole top seems rather Mexican to me as well. So, yeah. Energia. Yeah, it's going to be Mex. It's going to be Mex. Relatively confident about it. So let's just go near Mexico City here. And we did it. Okay, 30 in a row. Let's go. That is huge stuff. Doubled my record on this one attempt. So I've basically put 2 of my records back to back. That's huge. Ooh, this one, I'm gonna get this. Just wait. Dirt road. Flat. It's Cambodia or Thailand. It's Cambodia or Thailand, yeah. Yes, dead flat. This is hard. So sun to the south, northern hemisphere. That's good. So that's putting us well into contention here. Does it feel like the Laotian border with Thailand? It does feel like that a bit. But it also kind of feels like this kind of area out north of Phnom Penh. This whole area is fairly similar, man. Okay. A lot of palm trees. Might make me think more Cambodia. That could be completely cap, but a lot of rubbish on the side of the road. And surely it's not going to be anywhere in Africa, though. I don't really see this being like a weird southern Kenya or something like that near... I don't know. No, I don't even want to consider it. It's surely not the case. There's really not too much to go for. This is basically just pure landscape guesser. And I'm relatively sure it's one of the 2 countries I've mentioned. Surely you can make this go a little longer by guessing the right country here. So it's dead flat. It's dead flat. Why am I like so 50-50? I think I narrowly prefer Cambodia. Thailand is just so possible that it makes it hard to just go immediately, you know? Dead flat. Okay, so all this like kind of region out here, I feel like feels quite similar to that. We're looking southern. It's maybe I just feel like there's more rural stuff out here that fits, whereas Cambodia's, you know, a bit more built up, as in like maybe a bit less rural coverage. Could that be the case? More dirt road coverage in Thailand? Narrowly, maybe, but definitely can see it in both countries. I don't want to overthink it, but I'm actually maybe thinking more Thailand now. Oi, 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 it's just impossible, this one. It's just impossible. Oh gosh, man, I don't know. This is just so hard. Thailand. It's so flat. It's so flat. I think I prefer Thailand. Why do I prefer Thailand? Maybe, I don't know, my first instinct was Cambodia, and I'm going to be mad if it's Cambodia. That's the problem that's like keeping me from guessing right now. I think I will go with Thailand, though. I think there's more places in Thailand that look like this. I'm going to go like all the way out here somewhere. Like, this is so flat out here. It would surely fit quite nicely, wouldn't it? Oh, I'm just so 50-50. It's just like one of those ones where I'm just completely 50-50, and I know a better player than me would be able to figure it out, but I don't really know. I'm gonna go with Thailand. No, come on. Let's see it. Let's see it. Come on. Oh man, it was just near Phnom Penh, dude. My first thought. Guys, that was impressive. So what did we make it to? 30... Was that round one? Yeah, that was 30, exactly. So that score is going to take some beating. That score is going to take some beating. I doubled my score so far. So road to 50, I guess. Road to 50 it should be, and hopefully onto the leaderboards as well. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm maybe contending, but I can't be making those stupid mistakes like I was making earlier in the video. Guys, thank you very much for watching all the way to the end of the video. I appreciate you guys watching, and yeah, this is good fun. More ACW, no moving, panning, or zooming. I'm really digging it. So guys, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Goodbye.